Have you ever wondered why Kota, a city in India, is referred to as the suicide capital of the country? A seemingly innocuous city nestled in the heart of Rajasthan, Kota is renowned across the nation for its academic prowess. It's a city that breathes education, a city that fosters intellect, a city that is synonymous with some of the country's most prestigious institutions, Allen, Motion, Unacademy, to name a few. But beneath this shining facade of academic excellence lies a silent crisis, a crisis that is as heartbreaking as it is alarming. Kota, the city that promises a bright future to thousands of students, is also the city that is witnessing an escalating number of student suicides. It's a city where dreams come to thrive, but also, tragically, where dreams often come to die. The pressure to excel, the desire to succeed, the fear of failure, these are not just phrases in Kota, they are the very air that students here breathe. Every corner of the city echoes with the rustling of textbooks, the scratching of pens, the ticking of clocks. The palpable tension that blankets Kota is almost suffocating. The city, in essence, has become a pressure cooker, relentlessly pushing students towards the brink, and the numbers are staggering. Every year, more and more students in Kota are succumbing to this high-pressure environment. The city's suicide rates are skyrocketing, painting a grim picture of the state of mental health among its student population. It's a crisis that is silently yet swiftly spiraling out of control. Kota, a city that was once celebrated as a beacon of education, is now being questioned. The city that was supposed to nurture dreams is now being accused of crushing them. The city that was meant to create futures is now being looked at as a place that ends them. The question is, why are so many students pushed to the brink in this city? Imagine being a student in Kota, where the expectation to succeed is sky high. Now let's delve into the magnitude of academic pressure these students face. A regular day in the life of a Kota student is an arduous journey. The sun rises on the city, and while most of the world is still shaking off slumber, these young minds are already buried deep in textbooks. Their days are scheduled down to the minute, filled with classes, revision sessions, mock tests, and self-study periods. Consider the case of Ravi, a bright 17-year-old who moved to Kota with dreams of cracking the GE, India's premier engineering entrance exam. Ravi's day starts at 5 in the morning and ends well past midnight. His life is a never-ending cycle of lectures, assignments, and assessments with little room for anything else. But what about recreation, you may ask? Well, in Kota, recreation is a luxury that these students can scarcely afford. Ravi, like many of his peers, barely has time to eat and sleep, let alone engage in hobbies or social activities. The relentless pursuit of academic excellence leaves no room for the joys of youth. The city that promises to turn dreams into reality, ironically, becomes a place where the dreams of a balanced, joyous life slowly fade away. And it's not just about the lack of leisure time. Imagine the mental toll of constantly being evaluated, of always having to meet sky-high expectations, of living in a world where a single misstep could mean the end of your dream. That's the reality for students like Ravi. Every day is a battle against time, against the syllabus, against their own exhaustion. This immense pressure, this relentless grind, it's not just about academics anymore. It's about survival. It's about the fear of failure, the fear of letting down their parents, the fear of not being good enough. The result of this pressure, a mental health crisis that goes unnoticed. It's a silent epidemic, slowly spreading its roots in the city's academically charged atmosphere, and it's high time we brought it to light. What happens when the pressure becomes too much to bear? Imagine a student, we'll call him Rohit. He's an average student with dreams as high as the mountains. He moves to Kota, leaving his comfortable hometown to chase his aspirations. He enrolls in one of the prestigious institutions, ready to work hard, ready to make his dreams come true, but soon the dream begins to crumble. The grueling study hours, the immense competition, the constant pressure to perform begins to take a toll on him. Rohit starts to feel isolated, stressed and overwhelmed. The joy of learning is replaced with dread and anxiety. Rohit is sinking, and he doesn't know how to swim back to the surface. This isn't just the story of Rohit. It's the tale of many students who step into Kota with dreams in their eyes, only to be encumbered by the weight of expectations. Depression and anxiety become silent companions to these young dreamers. The constant pressure to outperform their peers, the fear of disappointing their parents, the uncertainty of their future, all these factors contribute to a toxic environment that is detrimental to their mental health. But here's the catch. Mental health is often stigmatized in our society. It's seen as a sign of weakness, a character flaw. Students like Rohit are often left to deal with their mental health struggles alone, without any support or understanding. They're told to toughen up, to focus on their studies instead of their feelings. The sad reality is that in the race to succeed, mental health often takes a back seat. The unseen battle that students fight every day goes unnoticed. It's a battle against depression, against anxiety, against their inner demons. As we delve deeper into this issue, it's important to remember that mental health is just as important as physical health. It's time we give it the attention it deserves. In the race to succeed, mental health often takes a backseat. Change is not only necessary, it's urgent. As we delve deeper into this issue, it's clear we need to address the mounting pressure on students in Kota. This isn't just about tweaking the system, it's about a transformation, a shift in how we perceive education and success. Let's start by talking about mental health. We need to provide more support to students, creating a safety net that catches them when they fall. This means having trained mental health professionals on hand, offering regular check-ins, and creating an environment where it's okay to say, "I'm not okay." Next, we need to reduce the academic pressure. Yes, exams are important, but they're not the be-all and end-all of a student's life. We need to move away from a system that values grades above all else and instead foster an environment that encourages learning for the sake of knowledge, not just for the sake of passing exams. Finally, we need to create a more balanced environment. This means encouraging students to engage in extracurricular activities, fostering their hobbies and promoting physical health alongside mental health. Students are more than just their academic achievements. They are artists, athletes, musicians, writers, and so much more. Now, this might sound like a tall order, but it's not impossible. Let's look at Finland, for example. They've been able to successfully implement these changes, resulting in happier, healthier students and one of the highest education standards in the world. They've shown us that change can happen, and it can work. But this change doesn't just happen overnight. It requires the collective effort of educators, parents, policymakers, and the students themselves. We need to work together to make this a reality, to create a system that values the well-being of students as much as their academic success. So let's start today. Let's start with Kota. Let's start with a conversation, a dialogue about what we can do better, about how we can make a difference. It's time to redefine what success means and prioritize mental health, because our students deserve nothing less. The fight for mental health awareness in Kota is far from over. In fact, it's only just begun. The city, renowned for its educational institutions, is often seen as a beacon of hope for students across the country. But beneath this shimmering surface lies a battle that many students are fighting, a battle that often goes unnoticed. It's a battle against stress, against pressure, against the fear of failure. It's a battle that's waged in the quiet corners of libraries, in the silence of dorm rooms, in the solitude of study desks. It's a battle that's fought with books and pens, with equations and theories, with dreams and aspirations. It's a battle that's fought every day, every hour, every minute. But it's a battle that we can help these students win. How? By spreading awareness about the issue, by letting people know that mental health isn't something to be brushed under the carpet. It's something to be discussed, to be addressed, to be understood. Understanding mental health issues among students isn't just about sympathy, it's about empathy. It's about understanding that a student's life isn't just about grades and marks. It's about understanding that a student's worth isn't defined by their academic performance. It's about understanding that a student's dreams aren't confined to the walls of a classroom. Addressing mental health issues among students isn't just about talking, it's about listening. It's about listening to their fears, their worries, their struggles. It's about listening to their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations. It's about listening to their stories, their experiences, their journeys. So let's raise our voices. Let's spread awareness. Let's make a difference. Let's not just make Kota a city of students, but a city for students. A city where students aren't just surviving, but thriving. A city where students aren't just learning, but growing. A city where students aren't just succeeding, but flourishing. Remember, your voice matters. Use it to spread awareness and bring about change in Kota.